you doing? This is the Nerdy Life Show. Welcome back, and it's always good to see you. Today, we're going to be discussing Sean Shack. We're going to be doing Jay's Digital World and Lee's News. We're also going to be reviewing the Spider-Man PS4 game, which came out this week, which looks amazing, but we're going to discuss that. And we're also going to talk about censorship. But we'll be right back, and we'll see you then. Bye. How you doing? It's back to Lee's News. Missed you guys. Hey, I heard through the grapevine the new trailer for Captain Marvel movie is going to be dropping within the week. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited to see this. I can't wait to see Brie Larson as Captain Marvel. And Dragon Prince today dropped on Netflix. The head writer and director from Avatar: The Last Airbender is head of this, and it looks marvelous. I can't wait to see it. I'm so excited. You better go and check it out. And finally, Disney is going to be releasing a new animated version of Black Panther. I mean, this is stories beyond the movie that we've seen, and it looks really, really sweet. And the snarkiness and the sassiness is definitely in there. So please be sure to check it out. Can't wait to see you next time, and have a good one.
What's up, guys? This is your boy Jay Nova, back again. So we're gonna do a new fun factor. We're gonna do Jay's top 5 games of the week coming out. We're gonna give you 4, but one of them is already out, unfortunately, and it's a goodie. It's a fun one. You're gonna like it. I'm gonna love it. We're gonna enjoy this. But we're also gonna talk about that one a little bit more in Sean Shack, because it's kind of it's the amazing, the spectacular, the sensational, the ultimate Spider-Man. So yes, Insomniac Games has done a phenomenal job with Spider-Man. They've actually did the major home run that has nailed it for Sony and all the Sony fans. Unfortunately, all the little fanboys from Xbox complain about it here and there. But we're gonna also talk about censorship later on NerdVsNerd. The second game is Mega Man 11, which the beta is out right now, so you can actually try it out. And I've been a big fan of Mega Man for over 30 years. So for me to have difficulties playing this game, that's a good thing. That makes me want to play it even more. And unfortunately, this is what Mighty Number 9 was supposed to be, and Inafune dropped the ball. If you don't know who Inafune is, he's the creator of Mega Man. And when he left Capcom, he made a new game called Mighty Number 9. It was supposed to be the successor, and unfortunately it failed because he didn't put enough content, and I don't think there was enough love into it. And it's the game that we wanted to see him do. Mega Man 11 brings back that feel, that old school feel that makes you want to stay home and play in the snow. Like I just want to be there playing all day. And it's so fun. The drive systems, like going faster and slower, you're just gonna enjoy it. So just you're gonna have fun with this one. And just get the demo. It's fun. Number three. Number tres. Uno, dos, y tres. We're gonna talk about Soul Calibur 6. Soul Calibur 6 is coming out very soon, and it's one of my top favorite games, fighting games, simply for the fact that it's creativity. You can make almost any character in the game without modding the game. It's a 3D artist's dream. So with 4 and 5, we started learning how to mod characters and everything. This one, they added more creativity that made 5 look like child's play. And you can actually customize on the skin, like scales, gills, all that jazz. Now, they finally released some of the characters, some of the people that's going to be in it, Tierra, Cervantes, which is going to have some great combos. Evil Keelik, which he's going to be possessed a little bit. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of new people. They just announced Voldo's coming back. And the reason why all these characters are coming back is because I thought in Soul Calibur 5, a lot of them were supposed to be dead or older. Like Mr. Rugi, he was already turning old and gray. They went back in time to 1.5 technically. So this is a story between 1 and 2, Soul Calibur. I wish they would have gone back a little bit further to Soul Edge, but, you know, let's see what they do. And the combo system so far has been amazing. I'm a big Cervantes player, so I will whip you. I'm going to whoop you good. So just bring it. That's right. As Sean's doing the like Shaniqua, like, don't you go there, girlfriend. So, number 4 is going to be Red Dead Redemption. As we keep getting closer and closer and closer to the end, to the release, actually, Red Dead Redemption has been a game we've all been waiting for. The graphics, the detailing, everything of this game has just been one amazing cinematic view to what the power of the new systems can do. I'm really excited to see the open worlds. I'm excited to see how everything is going to interact, the friends, the foes, because you can actually have relationships with random characters. Number 5, I know it's a hard pill to take, guys, but I'm really excited. I'm only excited about Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is coming out, and I know we've been talking about this, and people have been saying it, and there's been a lot of jokes, like we said in our other video, you know, like Final Fantasy's coming out in 2023. It's an ongoing joke that they will never, Square Enix will never let us finish. Until you do it, you will make it, we will come. So, if you make it, we will play. So, with that note, we're gonna go into Sean Shack, and we're gonna talk more about Spider-Man, because it's about comic books, video games, and just geeking the hell out and enjoying the game as a little kid. And yeah, like that, you see? So, see you guys soon. Peace out.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Sean Shack here, and I'm going to bring you the latest in comic books as well as geekdom. First things first, in the DC world, in case you haven't heard about it, right now, Henry Cavill may be on the outs as Superman. Even though DC executives themselves said that they've had a long-standing relationship with Henry Cavill and continue to want to work with him, it's because of a certain contract negotiation breakdown for them having a cameo in Shazam. Right, that broke down because apparently Henry Cavill was casted to be the lead role in the live action adaptation of the video game The Witcher, which in and of itself is going to be amazing. So I hope this does well, because Henry Cavill does play a great Superman. He was one of the better parts of it, even though the direction of him being a brooding, sad individual kind of like irked me, but that's a whole other story. Anyway, now on to Marvel Comics. 2 things I need to tell you guys about. One, you gotta, if you love Venom and you love the Venom storylines, right, you need to make sure you're catching up on the Venom comics themselves. Even though, yes, Marvel has a very long tendency to have tie-ins in regards to their movies, which in this case will be Venom, that's coming out in October. The storylines themselves that they break out, most of the time, are actually very far superior than the movies or the movies themselves, or even in the comic variations themselves. In this case, the whole story behind the Clintars, which is what the symbiote's real alien life form is called, come from an ancient world, and we have the king of the symbiotes, who's a really evil dude. And just to let you know, this storyline has taken so many twists and turns that it's affecting every single person who has been a carrier of the symbiotes. I'm telling you, you guys need to pay attention to this. I know for a fact it's all going to culminate with the finale act coming in when the Venom movie comes out. And I guarantee you're not going to be the same way. The same way as X-Men. They're back. They're back in a big way with the latest storyline. It already opened up with a very strong salvo by killing off a major X-Men character. I'm not going to spoil who the X-Men character is, but it's a major plot point going into future episodes of what's called X-Men Extinction. You need to, and I mean this, you need to pick up a comic and read this because it's going to be crazy. A little background. In case you didn't know, some of the original X-Men from, I would say, back in the days came back to the modern times to help out with the X-Men of current to basically work out some stuff and things like that. The storyline takes place now where the after effects of them leaving their timeline and coming here come into play. And the first thing that the main bad guy did was take out a major character. And that major character there's a reason for it. That's all I'm saying. So, check it out. X-Men Extinction. I'm telling you, it's worth it. Plus, in my last piece, I did talk about Infinity War because of the tie-in with the movie, and once again, it's still going strong. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to give spoilers for nothing until the actual comic has been fully released, all like episodes. So I don't want to do spoilers yet in case people still want to be surprised. But I'm telling you, Marvel is doing so much better in the comics part when it comes to their tie-ins than they've done in the past. Perfect example, Civil War 2. Just saying. So anyway, in a few minutes, I'm going to bring Jay in, and we're going to talk about Spider-Man 4, and I'll give us a review and scores. So, ready? 1, 2. Ta-da! Ladies and gentlemen, this is the review section of Sean Shack. Here with me today is Jay Nova.
From Jay's Digital World.
Yes, haha, indeed.
So, what we were talking about in my segment was that we're going to connect the two shows because over Insomniac Spider-Man.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yo, that has been the biggest home run out of the park. It's just been one of those games that what they said is what they gave.
I was highly skeptical at first because, as you know, there are a lot of Spider-Man games out there that are just completely disgusting.
Okay, before I'm gonna give you my top 5, and you tell me your top 5.
Okay.
So 5 going from worst to best.
Okay. I got you.
So number 5, Shattered Dimensions.
Really? Okay.
Shattered Dimensions. Simply for the fact that it was the first time that you can actually use the noir Spider-Man.
Okay.
Which gave a Batman-esque feel to Spider-Man.
Okay.
Number 2, they brought my boy Miguel from Spider-Man 2099 for the first time, fully in.
Yeah, for Shattered Dimensions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 4, Maximum Carnage, Super Nintendo.
Okay.
The red cartridge.
Nice. I had it.
I still have that bad boy. This game has jumped into my top 5.
Really?
It's actually 3.
So it's number 3.
Number 3.
Really?
On my top 5.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Number 2, one of my all-time favorites, Ultimate Spider-Man. From PlayStation 2, Xbox, and GameCube.
Okay.
And the reason is because of the physics of that game. And the fact that you can actually use Venom as a side story. Remember that?
You needed... Oh, yeah. Trust me, I'm gonna...
Yeah.
I'll have my say. Go ahead, keep going.
So, and then the last one, the classic, the best one, the only one. The original Genesis Amazing Spider-Man.
Okay.
And simply for the fact is because that has been one of the games that has kept the full allure of Spider-Man in all the games. Like, he has the thing where he drops down, he does the pictures in mid-fight. Which, again, I love about the new one. They actually brought back a photo mode.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty cool. Even though in the storyline itself, he doesn't work for the Daily Bugle anymore. Right? But, I mean, the whole idea behind it is... And no, that's not a spoiler. It's actually shown in the trailers. Yeah. And it's a very interesting dynamic to what's going on. So now, my top 5 is... Number 5 is Maximum Carnage, like you said, right? Number 4 would be, dang, shoot.
It's a hard list.
It's hard. But I would say, because number 4 would be, for me, it would be the Genesis one.
Okay, the
Genesis Spider-Man.
The one with the 5 sons and daughters of Venom.
No, that's Separation Anxiety. That's different. No, I'm talking about the one that you had. The
Genesis one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my number 4. Only because number 3 is Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions.
Okay.
Right? Because I personally loved the fact that you could play as 4 different Spider-Man in 4 different worlds. Right?
And
Ultimate
timelines.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man Noir,
the current Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 2099, and Spider-Man 616.
Yeah.
Right? And the villains in there were ridiculous. The Sandman stage for me alone was one of the best stages they had.
Hammerhead.
Yes!
The Hammerhead story. Okay.
Okay, now, number 2. I think it's number 2. I lost count.
Yeah, you're up to 3.
2, Ultimate Spider-Man.
Okay.
Right? And the only reason why I love Ultimate Spider-Man, yes, is because one of the reasons why is you get to play as Venom. Not only that, Venom's story throughout the whole game is just simply amazing. And it follows directly from the comics.
Right.
And the fact that it starts at the end of the original symbiote saga from Ultimate Spider-Man, where Venom gets electrocuted in the football field, right? And that's how the separation happens. And then for later on, you get to see Venom's side of that story, while Spider-Man's actually follows through with the comic book type storyline.
Yes.
Right? Of course, they took the liberties when it came to Carnage.
Yes.
Right? But I didn't mind that, especially at the end when he absorbs, Carnage and becomes the full Spider. Perfect Venom. And I thought that was just amazing. And number 1, believe it or not, is this new Spider-Man game. And the reason why I say that, and this is what's going to go into the review now, it's just a very heartfelt, solid story. And I love first-person stories.
It's about time they give Spider-Man an original storyline.
Yes.
And they finally gave him a full-out original storyline. He's not with Mary Jane,
Oh, by the way, real quick, I'm just going to let you know now, we're going to do a quick pause. We're going to put a giant spoiler warning. Because we're going to be spoilerizing the whole thing. So, if you don't want to know, right, just fast forward to our NerdVsNerd, right? But if you want to stay and you want to hear what we got to say, spoiler warning right now.
Yes.
All right, ready? All right, cool.
So, watch your foot. It's original storyline, and the fact that him and Mary Jane are not together.
Yeah.
He's older. He's more mature.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
he's in his late 20s.
Right.
He's in his late 20s.
He's not a kid. They didn't go back to him being, oh, look, I got bitten by a spider again.
Okay.
It's not the origin story again. So, with that said and done, it also brings another element of the game where you have new characters. You have new people to come out. New designs of villains.
Right, okay. Because there was rarely a new character.
Well, the negative, Mr. Negative.
Mr. Negative isn't a new character.
No, but I'm saying the way that they promote, they.
Okay, the way his story. That's the thing I was talking about. Every single main villain. I say main villain because let's face it, Rhino, Electro, they're all side villains that he just has to contend with.
Right.
The main villains are, spoiler, Doc Ock, Martin Lee, right, and Sable International. Really. Those like Norman Osborn, if you will.
Right.
Right? But he's not really the main villain, more just the MacGuffin that the villains are trying to go after. Right? So because of that, they put so much heart, it makes you feel their pain when you realize what's going on.
Side note, he texts me to tell me this game is pulling my heartstrings with the Miles Morales.
The moment I saw that part, and this is a very strong part for me, because you do play as Miles Morales and Mary Jane, in the stealth type missions, right? So you're playing as Miles Morales, and the whole goal of Miles is to find his father, and for him to go through everything that they go through. And yes, there are times where you fail and you quote unquote die and you have to restart. So going through all that struggle, just to find out that his dad passed away
With a big gaping hole.
It hurt me so much. It hurt.
I didn't care. I was just like, all right.
That's because you're not I understand, but I mean, it was such a great moment because before that, you got to understand Officer Davis a bit.
Right.
You understand? You got to understand who he was. And believe it or not, he saved Spider-Man.
Twice.
Exactly. He saved him. So
let's point that out. Twice.
Right, because that's the other thing I like about this game. He's not flawless.
Right.
Spider-Man is not flawless in this game. He goes through struggles. He loses his apartment midway through the game. Like, that is crazy.
Oh,
that is such a New York thing to happen.
The side mission of him going through the garbage.
Yes!
To find his duffel bag. And he actually have to dig through garbage.
Yo, it encapsulates not only the life of Spider-Man, but the life of Peter Parker as well. And to me, one of the most heart-wrenching things was seeing, after you progress through the whole story with him and Dr. Octavius, to have that final battle and that final reveal of the fact that he knew. And the fact that oh my God, the heartbreak when you feel him punching him through every heartbreaking word and sentence. Oh my God.
They really did. So, Insomniac Games have done one hell of a job with this game.
Yeah, they did.
They really did their homework.
Mm-hmm.
They put the physics into it. They put even the side missions from like Harry Osborn, like the little side the research stations. Research stations, all that jazz. And in the Black Cat, this is the first game I'm actually excited about the DLC.
Okay, now here's a little controversy for that.
Okay.
Now they said that the DLC, a lot of people were upset that the DLC was coming out so fast.
Right.
Right? They usually, when it comes to DLC, they usually wait a few months or even a half a year or whatever till the DLC comes out. This one's coming out in October, followed by November, then December.
Right.
So a lot of people were complaining is that why not just stall the game to December and have all the DLC content in there?
Well, because for one, a lot of people speed ran through this game.
Like I was one of those people.
I already had 2 people return the game. They said it wasn't enough content.
Okay.
Okay. A lot of people speed ran through this game. There's so much shit in this game, and I'm sorry to curse, but there's so much things in this game that it's time consuming. And if you take your time and then actually enjoy the game and let it savor like a good wine, it will take time for you to get that extra DLC, and granted, it is coming out a little fast, but that's why you buy that $25 thing, because when you get that the City That Never Sleeps DLC, you get them all.
Well, I am hoping that they have more than just 3 episodes.
No,
because as like you said, I kind of agree with that moment, which is kind of what my point value goes down on it for the game. I, as a person who plays and like to be perfectionist, I breeze through everything. Like, I currently have 100% in the city. Okay. Right? And I literally found there are 28 unlockable outfits that I literally unlocked. And
each one just its own abilities.
Right. Each one has its own ability, and you can mix and match. Like, say you want to wear your favorite costume, but you want to use a certain ability. Each costume is not conformed to its own ability, which I thought was a great idea. Yeah. Right? But it goes back to what I'm saying. Everything I breezed through in maybe like 3 days max. Right? And for me, the only thing I'm going to do now as a perfectionist is, one, probably play it on hard. Like, very, very hard.
Which I'm doing.
Right? And then after that, go through the 3 stars with the challenges. Because there are Taskmaster challenges. By the way, the designs on the actual character designs for these villains were amazing. Taskmaster, in particular, I actually loved what that design looked like.
Yes. They really, I'm telling you, they've really done their homework with this game.
Right.
Now, with all the praise and all the love that we have for the game, let's start talking about the downsides of the game.
Right. Like I just said, like, right. There's not enough content for any. I would say there's not enough content for a casual gamer.
My downside of the game was the fact that I wanted to see more of New York. I didn't want to see Manhattan again. almost every game of Spider-Man is always Manhattan.
Well, that's the other reason why I liked Ultimate Spider-Man, because Ultimate Spider-Man, you actually went from Manhattan to Queens.
And you can actually web underneath the bridge, which
right.
and touch the water.
Yeah.
So that's again that was.
But don't drop on the water though. No. At least in this game, you can drop in the water and be safe.
That one was like game over. But no, in this game, you're stuck in Manhattan, and once you unlock all the maps and you tweak the towers, the whole city's open already. Yeah. You see everything. You see all the little knickknacks that you need to do. I wanted to see a Division-ish Spider-Man. I wanted to be able to walk down Flatbush Avenue, or at least jump onto the Q train, ride the Q train like how he used to, or go into the subways.
I mean, it's funny you say that, because I would love to have seen, because I don't know if you ever fast traveled.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he's just like...
He's chilling in the... Yeah. Imagine he's chilling on that train, and that's literally the loading screen is him going into Brooklyn.
Right.
Right? And I
can respect that.
And you can hear it saying, next stop, Brooklyn, Atlantic Avenue, Brooklyn, things like that. Or going to Queens Village,
Yeah, Forest Hills, things,
Right.
But
I mean, it's just don't go to Staten Island. No one goes to Staten Island.
It's The Rock. Anyway. And the Bronx, yeah.
We love you guys. We love you, Staten Island. We love you, Bronx.
But again, they could have done that. I would have liked to seen a subway fight scene.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Like how many times? Like in the first Spider-Man cartoon, remember the '90s cartoon? Mm-hmm. The first episode, he had a fight
in the sewer with the lizard. I remember.
And he was always complaining, like, "Damn, you don't see the Fantastic Four. You don't see the Avengers. The X-Men are always in."
But it's funny, because in this game, he actually does quip about a lot of the heroes as well, especially the Avengers. And apparently there was a report. I don't know if it's true or not, but there's a rumor saying that there's actually going to be a Marvel game universe, and that the Avengers Tower was the start of that, to go into that untitled Avengers project that keeps popping up.
But this is why they went so hard on this game. Mm-hmm. Depending on the popularity and the way that this game sold, is going to base on the future games that they're going to be coming out with.
Right.
And in my store in particular, we went through like 400 copies in like 2 days.
Jesus.
400 copies. The collector's edition, the red system.
Okay.
Not just the.
And the red system looks beautiful. Like,
it's a little tacky. No, it's a little tacky because it's like glossy.
Okay.
And the spider is a sticker. It's not like embedded into it.
Okay, so I'm still gonna stick with my Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
PS4.
My upgrade is gonna be the Kingdom Hearts system.
Okay.
So, but it's still a great system. It's a great game. There's a little. My biggest beef is the lock-on mode, where he's just swinging in the air.
And you don't necessarily lock into anything. It's more freeform.
Yeah, and like I'm swinging here, but yet I should be hitting you over here. Like there should be some sort of like, hey, turn around.
I mean, for me, it's a minor gripe, only because after a while, when you're in the fight sequence, when you do certain things, like you just go in one direction, he'll like run towards the opponent and he'll start fighting, or
sometimes, but other times
it becomes more things. So, I understand your gripe, and yes, there's a lot more that Insomniac needs to work on, and I do hope that they work on it in updates as opposed to just doing it in the sequel. So I would say let's give our tally, right?
Okay.
I give it an 8.5.
I give it an 8.5 also.
Ooh,
simply. So my grade is an 8.5, which is great. So we're both 8.5.
Yeah.
So it gets an average of a 9.
I kind of like that. I mean, it's a great game. It does have its flaws that are not significant enough to damage the game.
No.
But there are still flaws that Insomniac needs to work on, which I know they're going to work on. And it's funny because Insomniac, the CEO, said that normally he wouldn't like to do other people's IPs, but him and his team loved Spider-Man so much that they jumped on this, and it shows.
Yeah.
Insomniac, your hard work shows, and it's a beautiful game. It is a wonderful game.
Thank you.
So in the DLC, all I'm saying is, if you're gonna do the Thug Wars DLC, you need to put in
Silvermane.
You need to put in the Magia, put in Hammerhead, Silvermane, all the other Magia members, right? Not Count Nefario. The one with the mask. The lady with the mask. Not Madam Mask.
Yeah.
Madam Mask. Right. Put in Madam Mask, right? And then, you're going to shoot me for this one, but have Spider-Man go to Jersey and just quip on all things about Jersey. That'd be great. I love it. I can't wait.
Just take the Jersey Transit.
Not even. All he has to do is because they have the George Washington Bridge there.
Yeah.
So all he has to do is just swing across the George Washington Bridge.
Or just sit on somebody's car.
Or do that. Oh man, I've done that a couple of times. That thing is amazing. It's also less strenuous. But anyway, that is our review. That is what we thought.
Please let us know what you think of it.
Yep.
Please let us know what your likes and dislikes. Maybe we missed something that you might see that could have been in it.
Also, tell us what your favorite Easter egg in the game was.
Oh yeah.
My favorite Easter egg, believe it or not, my favorite Easter egg was the Screwball side missions. Because it introduced the character Screwball into the gaming universe, if you will, and that character is so annoyingly cute to me.
My Easter eggs was more the lines, like the detective when she was talking to
Spider
him.
Cop. Spider Cop.
Or when she was like, "So, do you have a suit, a black and white suit?" And he's like, "Yeah, I got that." Yeah. So it was my Easter eggs were more of the verbal. So, but anywho. We'll be back with Nerd vs. Nerd, where we're going to be talking about the censorship.
Now it's time for the segment for
Nerd
versus
Nerd.
Today we're going to be talking about censorship in reference to social media, YouTubing, and
demonetization.
Yeah. So we've got the pros, we've got the cons, and who's going to start this debacle?
Well, so I'm going to start this off with an F-bomb.
Okay.
Okay. So
no holding back.
I started when I started the show and Gundam Builders NYC. We wanted it to be uncensored. We wanted to be able to say what we had to say, when we had to say it, how we wanted to say it.
Okay.
So I'm always up to having a free vocal on how people should say things. Granted, I understand that there are children watching the show. And that's why we've kind of limited the things, unless we're heated like the last time when we were talking about Nerd vs. Nerd and the other previous episode.
Right. Which
it got heated because me and him.
It's really important.
Yeah, it was.
It was a strong topic, and it's okay. I'm sorry to cut you off. It's okay to have a strong topic, and to still be in that mindset where unless I have facts. And then I'm going to say what I got to say. Because
or at least
here's the deal with censorship. Now, I believe censorship is important because censorship is a conduit to say what you can legally and illegally do. Right? Now,
guidelines.
because now, yes, there has been this whole thing with YouTube where it's been Adpocalypse, Admageddon, where people get demonetized over sensitive issues. But they don't delete those videos.
But if you're gonna censor innocent videos, and not all of them are innocent, but if you're gonna censor innocent videos, then censor all the bad videos, like teenagers shaking their booty, and they're underage. That's something that should have been censored, or like beating an old woman, and you're still showing that. You understand what I'm saying? Like that type of censorship, I can see
definite degrees of whether it's violence or sex or anything of the graphic nature. There should be some sort of
and there is
guidelines.
There is actually guidelines. YouTube has a guideline standard in which those things are not. They would be taken down, if you will. But the issue is that think about it. YouTube has 15? Maybe I'm approximating here. 15 billion videos on their channel.
It's kind of hard to go through everything.
It is kind of hard. That's why it's also up to the consumer to literally just flag the videos and be like, well, look, this is a bad video. This is what contains in it, things like that. That's also the part of the censorship because sometimes
it's also part of
because they're thinking right. And think about it in a parent's perspective. In a parent's perspective, they don't want to see their child looking at that, and then next thing you know, they're emulating that type of content.
But in this type of world, these kids know more. These kids know more than what I'm really trying to hold myself back.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's why they're laughing. 'Cause
Yeah.
they know I'm like.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we've seen it.
Yeah.
You guys have seen it too.
So, but these kids say worse than what we said when we were their age. They know more than what we know.
But
And,
just
like, for
because
us-
you can
Yeah,
doesn't
but-
mean you should.
But at the same time, you shouldn't. This is my adult words. When I'm angry, I use adult words. Granted, they're a little bit more colorful. Exactly. Sprinkle here, sprinkle here, sprinkle here. So, but these are my words. Regardless, as long as I don't say I'm gonna knock somebody in the mouth or physically hurt somebody, I should not have to be worried about being censored
But the censorship
or
also
physically hurting somebody.
Okay, sorry. But here's the thing, like, yeah, physically hurting somebody, you're threatening somebody, that is, but I think about it in a different perspective, like what we talked about before, right? And this is what the argument was coming about because of a situation that happened with us,
Right.
right? And because of the situation that happened with us, it became the point where you don't want to have uncensorship lead to lawsuits.
Yeah.
Like, for perfect example, and Howard Stern
Right.
has been sued so many times by so many people, celebrities, non-celebrities, everybody.
And I don't know about you, but I don't have money like that.
Yeah.
He has been
Money
sued,
like that.
right? And the brand in general ain't got no money to be paying out these people. Okay, we're not Vince McMahon
No.
where somebody sues, they can just go, here's your money, that's fine, under the table, let's go. Okay,
No.
right? And
It's
it's
about
like
protecting who
Right.
we are.
it is protecting who we are, right? And
But we still should have some freedom to say to get our point across, but to do it in a way that won't offend anybody, no
Or
slander,
drop names.
well,
or
the
do
thing is that
and-
here's my thing when it comes to censorship. If you're gonna drop a name, have the evidence to back it up.
This is true, and I agree with you. But this show should feel. How can I say this? Like, you should feel like you're at home. You should feel like this is a couch,
Mm-hmm.
and when the
But-
viewers see
By,
this,
by the way, as we grow, I will get a couch for us. Just saying.
oh great, I'm gonna fall asleep. So, yeah. See, violence.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Listen.
That's love.
I'm Tina. She's Ike.
No.
Sorry.
So, this is the whole point of this show: Nerd versus Nerd, the geek life, even Gundam Builders. It was to make you feel like you're
You're one of
viewers.
us.
You're one of us. Like, you can actually chill with us.
And you know what? I that's something that I want. You know,
That's-
and I love that. And as we go forward, that's exactly what we're going to give the people.
Right, and I want us to be able to talk freely, uncensored. I mean, granted, there's sometimes again,
gotta rein it
I
back.
gotta,
You know, because in those other videos, I've hit him
yeah.
for reasons.
So, like, you should feel like we can all have a beer and eat pizza, and that's the vibe that I want to bring to these people, and I want them to feel.
And
like,
you don't want YouTube or any other company to
Yeah.
like literally stifle
Yeah.
that. Period. And I understand that. And it's gonna be a very fine line in anything that happens in life when it comes to censorship, or because you got companies like the FCC, you got the government now stepping in to censor stuff, and it's becoming a very strong thing. But it's also under the. I forgot the road. I believe it is said that the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Oh gosh, yes it is. I've done plenty of good intentions.
So I
know I've
think
done good intentions.
this is why I'm all for the whole. This is why I don't mind doing the whole censorship piece when it comes to like why it's necessary and just in general, because. Yes, when it comes to the nerdy life, when it comes to even things like other shows,
Yeah.
right? Like, which we're not going to mention here, but there are other major shows that are very controversial,
Yeah.
right? And they also
that's
get
their-
demonetized heavily because of their controversy.
Right.
And it also depends on what your target audience is as well. I think
Agreed.
it might have to be, I mean, granted, it's, when it comes to like children watching YouTube, the parents should be paying attention.
Yeah, but
It's a lot of different things going on there, but then on the other end, you should be able to a certain degree, say what you need to say. If somebody doesn't like it, they don't have to follow you. But it shouldn't incite like riots or anybody getting
Right.
hurt or.
For your views, I shouldn't be belittled, and I shouldn't belittle him for his views.
Yeah.
And you know what? This is a free,
It's about
free,
respect,
open
too.
spec. I love, like, since we started with like you and I've been doing this for a minute, but since we started with Sean, I love this dynamic that we have now, and where we're open.
Yes, and we have structure.
Yeah, and we're structured, and but I love the fact that this fluffy dude over here, he can play that counteraction to me, where I am talking, like I am.
Well, remember, when we're dealing with censorship, right? And this is just in general, periodic, it's broad spectrum of this. And this is why I love NerdVsNerd. Because NerdVsNerd is unfiltered, it is uncensored, and we are saying what needs to be said.
Don't get me wrong, I really want to piss you off. Like I want to get to that point where, like, we're actually at each other's throats.
Yeah, and
I will say this to the viewers. He doesn't know what he's in for because I was a former debater, right? And no matter what topic we're in, I always have backup plans. So he could try and piss me off, but it ain't going to happen.
Oh, it almost happened last time.
It almost happened, but it didn't because I knew. I
knew better.
knew.
Yeah.
All right. But to end this on a brighter note, the Nerdy Life is a great opening platform.
Yes.
like a lotus flower.
And we want the viewers, and we do want the viewers to feel that what we're saying comes from the heart.
Yes.
Right?
And I want them to know that, granted, no matter what we say in the future or what we say here, they're always welcome to say, let us know what you say in the comments. Let us know what you think about about the show. We're not going to get our feelings hurt by, you're insulting us. We're going to take it with constructive criticism.
Right.
Because part of the show is about engaging our audience.
Right.
Because
Right.
it's like when you get in a round table and you bounce ideas off of each other. It's like, how much further can we go? You got a good idea? Hey, tell us
Well,
about
like
it.
I said, let's just not be like Howard Stern or in this
No.
recent case, Eminem,
Right.
where he's going to be catching fire from all the things that he's done, right, in the most recent piece with his Kamikaze album, to the point where now he has to really
Rebut.
explain, rebut and explain everything that he's done. I never want to come to that point
Yeah.
where we have to explain our actions.
I know my mouth will get to that point because I'm the type of person, because once I start going off the
Yeah.
rail,
We're going to push you back on the rail.
And
it's like
and
the
this
Duke
is,
boys.
and
It's
once
like-
again.
and at this point, the Duke boys knew what they were doing. And
Oh my gosh. No, they didn't.
So with that's why, and me being the pro of this, because I am pro. This is what I'm working with when it comes to watching other shows and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to see unfiltered access, but at the same time, I don't want to see people hurt.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to see hurt feelings. I don't want to see anybody that's disrespected or insulted
No.
by anything that we or even anyone else says. Because I
There's no
guarantee you,
reason for
there have been other podcasts and videos and things like that which had more unfiltered access, and they say whatever they want, and it caused so much controversy. This is the Nerdy Life. We don't believe in controversy. We believe in family.
There are ways of getting your point across without having to
But there
offend
are going to
anybody.
be topics where you're going to go off the rail.
You're going to
Like when we were talking about the sexual harassment in previous episode,
Right.
or we were talking
About
about
bullying.
bullying. There are times you're gonna have to use your adult words because it's gonna get you bubbled up, and you're not gonna go sassafras, sassafras, sassafras.
That's
Pussy
my
feathers.
word.
Yeah, I know.
Sassafras.
So you're going to use, when you stub your toe in the middle of the night, your special words.
Your adult wordies. No, I understand
words.
that. I understand that. And in the future we will. This is a growing show, and as a growing show, we always want to hear the feedback, grow the test of waters, things like that, right? And we will always respond to what the fans want.
Yeah.
And it's the fans that we love. It's the fans that are literally coming to us and giving them they're giving us their time,
Right.
right? And that we don't want
And we
we
love
don't
them
want
for
to be.
that.
We don't want them to censor us.
Right.
Okay.
We don't want to pull a Wendy Williams.
I hate you so much. I don't know why you went there.
Yeah. So.
Damn.
So anywho, folks, we're gonna close off on that note. Without the fake wigs and big boobs.
Oh Lord.
And tell you folks, thank you for joining our show today. We're at the Real Young Hobby Shop on 5th Avenue and 60th Street.
Please see Kevin. Please see Kevin.
Please see
Hi,
Kevin.
Kevin.
Hi, Kevin. He's actually fixing cars right now.
Yes.
We are under the Sketchfed Studios, and this is why we're doing so well. And we're what's the word I'm looking for?
Producing?
Not
We're
producing,
not-
but developing.
We're growing.
Progressing.
We're growing.
Progressing. There you go.
There you
Growing. We're drinking our milk.
You're drinking your milk. I'm gonna drink something stronger and more adult.
Use
Well,
your
I'm
words.
drinking milk now. When I
Ladies
get
and
older,
gentlemen, this is the Nerdy Life. Please make
Thank
sure
you.
you comment, like, subscribe. Check out all our social medias. We're gonna have it right here for you. Instagram, Facebook,
right here.
Twitter. We don't have Snapchat, right? No, we don't need Snapchat. That's a whole
Oh,
other
God,
can
no.
of worms.
Oh.
Yeah, but you know who I am on Twitter, so you know what we
Yeah,
do.
just point on the dot of like where the bruises, where the leaves.
No, there are no bruises. Love you. Bye. Good
Bye,
night.
guys.